Island, Lagos. Governor Ayedatiwa appoints 10 new aides, sends Osrc board packing. Gunmen kills 6 residents in fresh Benue attack. And from the foreign scene, no fewer than 4 persons die in explosion rocking Chadian ammunition depot. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news at 7 on Osrc television. I am Oyewumi Ayinbera. The present administration in Ondo State will not relent efforts at promoting growth, development and economic well-being of residents through sustained and improved execution of life-changing projects and programs. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa at the official inauguration of Sunshine House located in Victoria Island, Lagos, said his commitment to grow every sector of the state's economy remains unwavering. Ayedatiwa, who renewed his pledge to ensure even and rapid development of the state, said his administration is committed to putting the state on the global map while boosting its revenue base. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole reports that the governor, who observed a minute's silence in honor of his late boss, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, applauded him for his dream and vision which birthed the project.
The construction of the 7-floor and 6-story edifice located in the heart of Victoria Island, Lagos State, known as Sunshine House, was started in 2022, and 2 years later, the project is now a reality. The edifice, with an investment value of about 3.3 billion naira, has 2 elevators, including main and exit staircases, terrace, general reception, gate house, generator house, waste management system, and proximity to Eco Atlantic City. The inauguration ceremony got underway with the arrival of Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. In his address of welcome, the Chief Executive Officer of the State Development and Investment Promotion Agency, ONDIPA, Mr. Gbenga Badejo, noted that the benefits of the edifice to the economic growth and prosperity of the state are numerous.
Through ONDIPA, we have strived to create a conducive environment for investment, fostering innovation, and facilitating infrastructural development. This project, therefore, is a shining example of our commitment to this principle.
In their messages of goodwill, other speakers at the event, including former Governor of Ekiti State, Niyi Adebayo, and some members of the Ondo State Executive Council, described the project as life-changing, noting that it will further add value to the Sunshine State. Governor Ayedatiwa, who renewed his pledge to ensure even and rapid development of the state, said his administration is committed to putting the state on the global map while boosting its revenue base.
With this building being commissioned today, we are presenting to the real estate industry a new wine which is being served on a new bottle. While the goal is to further enhance the revenue of the state, it is also an opportunity to present the investing world a state that is forward-looking and focused on excellence, as shown in the quality of the building and its visual attractiveness in the area. Sunshine House is therefore more than just a building. It is a demonstration of our administration's unwavering commitment to the development and prosperity of Ondo State.
Ayedatiwa called on investors from across the globe to do business with the Sunshine State by taking advantage of its economic potentials. High point of the event was the inauguration of the Legacy Project by Governor Ayedatiwa.
I commissioned this edifice of Sunshine House on this day, the 19th of June 2024, in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Keen followers of the polity believe that the edifice will in no small measure spotlight the renewed confidence of people of the Sunshine State in the Aiyedatiwa administration to further promote growth and prosperity at all levels. From Victoria Island in Lagos State, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
In continuation of effort to enhance governance and service delivery to the people of the state, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has approved the appointment of 3 new special advisors and 7 senior special assistants. According to the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Ondo State, Ebenezer Adeniyo, the special advisors are Mrs. Sheo Osamaye, Women Affairs, Honorable Adeyemi Olayemi, Environment, and Dr. Ajibayo Adeyeye, Legislative Matters and Special Duties. The new senior special assistants are Olubenga Atiba, Security, Benedict Baishemori, Youth Empowerment, Solomon Olaolu, Student Affairs, and Sarah Asakumo for Women Affairs. Others are Bode Obanla, Community Engagement North, Olufemi Fadairo, Community Engagement Central, and Shoga Ogunshaki, Community Engagement South. While congratulating the new appointees, the governor urged them to bring to bear their wealth of experience and dedicate themselves to serving the people of the state. And now, in a reversal of fortune, the board of Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, OSOPADEC, has been dissolved by the governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. A statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Ebenezer Adeniyo, says the dissolution takes immediate effect. According to Adeniyo, the chairman has been directed to hand over to the secretary of the commission, just as the governor thanked all members of the board for their services, wishing them well in their future endeavors. Political campaigns are begun today in Ondo State ahead of the November 16 governorship election. According to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) timetable, the campaign will start today and expected to end by November 14, 2024, which is 48 hours to the election day. INEC had earlier released final list of candidates for the governorship poll. According to the official election timetable, all the 17 political parties winning for the governorship seat are expected to have submitted their nomination forms by June 18. The Ondo State government will continue to ensure that youth in the state are self-reliant and employers of labor. The State Deputy Governor Dr. Olayide Adelami gave the assurance while addressing youth at the Anglican Cathedral Church in Mola, Inowo. Government House correspondent Zimo Ebiemi was there, and his report is presented from our studios.
According to the Deputy Governor, Dr. Olayide Adelami, white-collar jobs are no longer readily available, hence the need to prepare the minds of the youth to be self-reliant. The Deputy Governor, who tutored the youth on how they could become self-reliant and employers of labor, also brought 2 young resource persons to train them.
Many of us will envelope ourselves inside a box, and that box is that I went to school, I got a certificate, I had probably first class or 2-1 or 2-2, whichever. And the next thing for me is to get employed so that they will be paying me salary every month. Some of us have not been able to think out of this box that if I cannot get a job, what will I do? Taking to crime is not the answer either. But you can still do something positively.
The 2 resource persons, Benedict Baishemori and Okpoyemi Morakinyo, explained how the youth could be self-employed.
Look at what you are passionate in doing and develop a skill around it. And the last thing is our attitude. Attitude, they say, is everything. I won't lie to you. If you don't have the right attitude, you may go fast, you won't go far. There are a lot of content that you could create. We have some local content creators among us in Nigeria that are youth, that some of us will even follow. On their page, the more the numbers of followers they have, the more times that you view their videos, the more money they make. So ICT has a major place.
The spokesperson to the Deputy Governor, Mr. John Paul, the wife of the Bishop of the Diocese, Mrs. Fagbemi, and others also shared their experiences. The event was interactive as the youths were taken through the rudiments of starting businesses.
We're talking about integrity and again being good. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa ń sìn owó ló máa ń ṣáájú, and that is nothing.
The Deputy Governor and organizer of the sensitization, Dr. Adelami, announced a grant of 2.5 million naira for 10 people who are willing to undertake training in any field of their choice and complete it successfully.
You're still watching Osrc News at 7. After the break, gunman launches attack on Benue community. We'll bring you details of this and more after the break. Please stay with us.
I'll call you on number now, okay?
Gotta go now.
Okay, why don't you hang up?
No, you hang up.
You're the one who's gonna eat now. You need to hang up now.
No, I dare you to hang up.
You want me to hang up?
You really need to hang up now.
No, you hang up, you hang up.
No, you hang up. I have to go.
You really want me to hang up?
Let's switch to a video call so I can see your face.
You looking fine.
Now you can hang up. Hang up, Joe.
Make your nights memorable with Glow Night Data Bundle. Dial *312# to start.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow Unlimited.
Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. Ondo State government says adequate measures are currently in place to ensure that the state maintain cholera-free status. As 2 states in the southwest of Nigeria have recorded cholera outbreak, Ondo State government has continued to strengthen all health emergency arms to prevent the communicable diseases. We'll bring you the full reports in the course of the bulletin. Minister of Culture, Arts and Creative Economy, Anatu Musa Sawazwa, says the federal government will activate plans to lead the annual Ojude Oba Festival in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, as one of the festivals backed by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. This is just as Musawa also said that the annual festival is in tune with President Bola Tinubu's renewed open agenda mandate for the ministry, which seeks to take revenue generation from tourism to over $100 billion by 2030. The minister, who was represented by the Director of Cultural Agencies and Heritage, Dr. Ben Ainama, made the disclosure while speaking at this year's festival held at Awujale's Pavilion, Ijebu-Ode. The festival, which showcases the rich cultural heritage and endowment of the people of Ijebu land, is celebrated every 3rd day of Eid al-Adha. The Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebu land, Oba Sikiru Adetono, who is the chief host, was present to receive over 108 great groups of males and females decked in colorful attires who came around to pay annual homage to the traditional ruler. The Ondo State Security Network Agency, codenamed Amotekun Corps, has paraded 53-year-old Temidayo Olagundoye for illegal counterfeiting of the dollar. The Corps Commander Adetunji Adeleye, while parading the suspect and 47 others over alleged involvement in criminal activities in various parts of the state, said the Corps will continue to rid the state of all criminal elements. According to the commander, operatives of the Corps would not relent in efforts to ensure the protection of lives and properties across the state. We will also bring you the full report in the course of the bulletin. Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed a fresh bail application that detained Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari filed to be released on bail pending the conclusion of his trial. Kyari is facing an 8-count charge bordering on drug trafficking brought against him by National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA. NDLEA alleged that Kyari and his men sometime in January 2022 at the Office of Inspector General of Police, Abuja, unlawfully tampered with 21 kilograms worth of cocaine that they seized from 2 convicted drug traffickers, even as it is also accused them of dealing in cocaine worth 17.55 kg. The court had in 2 previous rulings denied the defendants bail and ordered their remand at Kuje prison. Gunmen suspected to be local militias have launched an attack on the Gogal community in Katsina Island local government area of Benue State and killed 6 people. Reports have it that gunmen rode on motorcycles to attack the community. Confirming the incident, the lawmaker representing the constituency in the State House of Assembly, Jonathan Agbije, said normalcy is gradually returning to the village after the killing. No fewer and I will bring you the full reports on the cholera outbreak. Ondo State government says adequate measures are currently in place to ensure that the state maintain cholera-free status. As 2 states in the southwest of Nigeria have recorded cholera outbreak, Ondo State government has continued to strengthen all health emergency arms to prevent the communicable diseases. Omorionla Ongiji has the detail.
As of 17th of June 2024, record from Nigeria Center for Disease Control showed that cholera outbreak had killed over 30 people in Nigeria as the disease spread to 30 states out of the 36 states in Nigeria. Ondo State, being among the few free states, is now putting concerted efforts in place to prevent the outbreak of the disease in the state. Speaking on Ondo State government efforts in maintaining cholera-free status, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Niro Ikwemola hinted on government's preparedness by constituting various committees comprised relevant stakeholders to include Ministry of Education, Water and Environmental counterparts, among others, to look into the best way to prevent the disease in the state.
There is a committee that has been put in place by the state government, headed by the Honorable Commissioner for Health, for emergency preparedness. And we have a team of surveillance officers all over the state. We have at the State Ministry of Health, we have Primary Care Development Agency, and the local government, all the local governments have them, and they coordinate, there's coordination. So all of them have been put on notice, and they are really working hard to ensure that whenever we have any case, it will be picked up and necessary action will be taken. We have also mobilize our community mobilizers, okay, or health promotion officers all over the state to ensure that they reach out to the community and to opinion leaders.
Dr. Ikwemola posited on the best way to detect and curtail cholera, assuring residents of readiness of health workers in all the government health facilities to protect the lives of citizenry.
It is important for all of us to take action. To take action in preventing the outbreak, the disease, cholera. Everybody should ensure that we take clean water. It doesn't mean that it should be pipe-borne water. Whatever water you want to take that you are not sure of the source or the cleanliness, ensure that you boil before you drink. In case we now have people, how do we can readily control, ensure that we don't have that severe consequence of cholera when it occurs, is by detecting it early. Whoever comes down with painless, profuse diarrhea, watery stool, and we associated with vomiting in most cases, brought immediately to the nearest hospital.
Following the revelation that the disease could spread fast in schools if not curtailed, Permanent Secretary Ondo State Universal Basic Education Board, Dele Akinagbe, announced that boreholes and toilet facilities have been provided across primary schools in the state, while necessary actions are also ongoing.
We are not resting on this. The importance of hand washing is always being emphasized at our various fora. These are part of efforts that at suburb level that we have tried to do so as to ensure that we don't have the outbreak of the disease in Ondo State.
A public school headmistress in the state capital, Mrs. Fumilayo Ikujuni, said pupils have been sensitized on a daily basis to maintain cleanliness against the deadly disease.
After the assembly, I will tell the teachers to command them to take care of their environments, their classes, the back of their classes, or so like that. Then their pupils too, we always tell them to wash their uniform. Whenever they want to eat, they must wash their hands and all other things like that. Their socks, their bags, everything must be neat.
Commissioner for Water Resources in the state, Sunday Akinwalire, confirmed that the ministry is working with other relevant stakeholders to ensure that clean and portable water is available for the people.
We knew that people are so much concerned about their daily living to hike their daily bread. They're so forgetting about other things, indices like drinking good water. So we have improved on an advocacy on television, on radio, jingles are on, then our officers are on the field across the 18 local governments, working in tandem with other Ministry of Environment and even Ministry of Health to educate citizens.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention had warned the general public of the increasing trend of cholera cases as the rainy season intensifies. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
No fewer than 4 persons have been killed and dozens injured after a huge fire broke out at an ammunition depot in Chad, causing major explosions. Foreign Minister Abdurrahman Olakmala said the blaze happened at the military depot in the Gaudi area of the capital in Jamena. The weapons depot in Koji is the country's main arsenal and is in the north of the city near the military headquarters of French Army base and the airport. President Mahamat Idris Deby has sent his condolences to the victims and their families without specifying the number of casualties. And still on the foreign scene, Chinese Premier Li Qiang has promised a near pair of giant spiders to a zoo and urged Australia to set aside its differences with Beijing at the outset of the first visit to the country by China's second highest ranking leader in 7 years. China's most powerful politician after President Xi Jinping arrived in Adelaide, the capital of South Australia state. Adirunke Kolawole highlight the importance of padders in maintaining diplomatic ties.
Chinese Premier Li Qiang offered to send over some pandas during a visit to Australia this week. It comes as ties between Australia and China improved after a diplomatic dispute that led to China imposing restrictions on Australian agriculture and mineral export in 2020. Native of China, pandas have through the years become envoys of friendship. They have also been used to show Chinese anger. So what is panda diplomacy and how does it work? China has been gifting or landing pandas to boost its international image since its founding in 1949 to cement ties with socialist allies. China gifted 2 of the Croatia to the Soviet Union in the 1950s and 5 more to North Korea between 1965 and 1980. In 1972, during former U.S. President Richard Nixon's historic visit, Beijing gifted 2 pandas, Liling and Tintin, to the United States. It was a sign of normalized China-U.S. relations and marked a pivotal moment for China's foreign policy. Pat Nixon was a former First Lady.
And best of all, for the gift of the pandas, which all children, whatever age, will enjoy, and I include myself in that category.
Since then, other countries including Japan, France, Britain, and Spain have also been given pandas. China stopped gifting pandas from 1984 due to their dwindling numbers. It began loaning them to overseas zoos, instead often in pairs for 10 years, with an annual fee worth about $1 million. Keeping pandas can be cost for zoos, but they are seen as joint cars for visitors and help generate income.
They're majestic animals.
It's very adorable. They would be cute.
They are majestic animals. The pandas typically return home to southwest China after the loan agreement ends. Panda cub born overseas are non-exception. They will be sent home to join the Chinese breeding program. China has a history of using pandas to reward their trading partners. In 2013, Oxford University studies said the timing of Chinese lease to pandas to Canada, France, and Australia coincided with uranium deals and contracts with these countries. The panda agreements with other countries including Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand also coincided with the signing of free trade agreements. Sometimes, pandas are also used to express China's displeasure with the nation. In 2010, China recalled 2 US-born pandas after Beijing warned Washington against a scheduled meeting between the President Barack Obama and the Dalai Lama. Beijing views the Tibetan spiritual leader as a dangerous separatist. In a recent downturn in bilateral ties, Yaya on loan on the US for 20 years was returned in April 2023. Concerns over her heirs have also formed nationalist sentiment on China's social media. Animal advocates accused the Memphis Zoo in Tennessee of providing inadequate care to the animals. In November last year, 3 other pandas left, leaving only 4 giant pandas on US soil. That month, Chinese President Xi Jinping then hinted that he was open to send more pandas to the US after meeting with President Joe Biden in California, a gesture seen as Chinese willingness to improve ties. China's domestic conservation program have seen the status of pandas improve from endangered to vulnerable. There are currently 728 pandas in zoos and breeding centers around the world. Adirunke Kolawole, OSRC News.
To sport, Sunshine Stars Football Club of Akure have moved on in the MPFL for the next season. Yusuf Ibrahim's goal in the 36th minute also put Doma United in serious danger irrespective of an outright victory in their last game. Sunshine Stars now moved to Mina for their last game against Niger Tornadoes on Sunday. And that's the news tonight, but before we go, a quick look at the major stories. We told you that the Ondo State government has inaugurated the 6-story Sunshine House in Victoria Island, Lagos. Governor Aida Tuwe has appointed 10 new aides comprising 3 special advisors and 7 senior special assistants. In a reversal of fortune, the governor has dissolved the board of Ondo State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, OSOPADEC. Unknown gunmen have killed 6 residents of a village in Benue State. And from the foreign scene, we informed you that no fewer than 4 persons have been killed and dozens injured after an ammunition depot explosion in Chad. Thank you very much for your time. Good evening.